Okay,
Yeah, yeah, I
yeah.
see.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. So if anyone cannot see it, I'm going to be recording this session and I will be sending it to you. So basically what we're going to be seeing here is how to set up the user performance and how to set the targets for the field coordinators. So the only thing that you have to do is first log in to the UTS Mars reports, which is the account that all of you are using right now. After you have logged in, you click on the user performance tab. And then what you have to select is what is the month that you want to set the targets for. So for example, in this case, we want to set the targets for November. So 2017, the month 11, which is November. What you're going to be seeing here is the list of the activities for each of the users of the FDP. So for example, you'll see that we're going to filter this out once you send us the list of the ones who are actually going to be here. But what you're going to see first is the activity. Second, what is the year and the month. And third, what is the assigned to. So this is the FDP user that the target is going to be assigned to. Then you're going to see the target for that user of that activity. Then you're going to see the actual value. So what is the number of FDP visits that each of these users has done? And then what is the performance of them? So what you're seeing right now is test data. This is not the actual targets for them. So the first thing that you need to take into account is that there is going to be two activities for each of the users. So for example, for Abdul Jalil, there is going to be one target for diagnostic and there is going to be one target for monitoring. So for example, in this case, we are not doing monitoring visits yet. So the target is going to be 0. We are going to be doing for November diagnostic visits. So this is a test target, but you can change it. So the way that you change it is you find the user that you want to change the target. You find what is the activity that you want to set the target for. So once you find the combination of the activity and the user, you just double click and then change it. So you can change this, for example, instead of 8, have 10 or have 25, for example, save it, and then it's going to save what the target is. It's going to have the actual value. You don't have to change this one because this is actually going to be calculated by the system. And then finally, you can see the performance. So for example, in this case, this user has a target of 25 at the actual value. So the number of actual visits that this user has done is 22. So the performance is 88%. And you can do the same for all of these users. So you can actually change these targets. Set, for example, instead of 8, it's going to be 15. So let's see again, you just have to double click on it, set the number. Let's say set the number, click on save, and this is going to be automatically updated. If you want to change so now you don't want to set the targets for November, but you want to set the targets for December, then you just go to this drop down menu, find December, then you're going to see all of the same users for diagnostic and for monitoring. They are going to have the targets. And if you just want to, again, change the target, then you just have to find the one that you want to change, double click on it, and change for the number that you want.
Ramiro,
And
questions.
yes, go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah. So this is target for the field coordinator. We can create or we can change every month, but can we just do the one times for all the years, like annually target for all the diagnostics? Let's say for diagnostic for 2018 January to December.
So the way that we had designed it, you have to actually change it. So you actually have to input it by month. Um, so if you want to say, for example, if you know already what is the target for the whole year, um,
Yeah.
you can just break it down into different months. So if you know that one, so say for example, one field coordinator has to do 30 visits in the whole year, then you can just break it, those 30 into different months. So yeah, that is the way.
Okay, yeah. I
Do
see, I
you
see.
think that,
For the more
that would
detail and
work
for,
for you on the field?
yeah. Okay, so little bit explain for the rest of team. Teman-teman, halo teman-teman,
Ya,
masih join kan ya?
ya,
Ya, ya. Jadi yang tadi lihat screen share-nya dari Paramiro ya. Jadi tadi ini kita mau melihat mengenai performance dari teman-teman FC. Jadi di situ ada dua aktivitasnya, ada diagnostik sama monitoring. Jadi kita bisa merubah targetnya dan untuk actual value-nya itu adalah aktual visit yang dilakukan oleh teman-teman berdasarkan sinkronisasinya. Jadi ada dua kegiatan, diagnostik dan monitoring. Jadi untuk performance-nya kita ini saya tanya tadi apakah bisa dilihat per tahun? Bisa di per tahun, tapi kita akan breakdown dia sampai per bulan. Jadi kita bisa lihat detail performance teman-teman per bulan. Seperti itu. Ada pertanyaan mungkin sebelum dilanjut lagi oleh Pak Ramiro?
saya pertanyaan kan.
Iya, Kodir,
Ya,
silakan.
bagaimana polanya untuk tahu bahwa aktualnya itu apakah hanya melihat dari sisi SINK-nya saja? Karena kan kalau dari kegiatan AO-nya FDP-nya teman-teman itu visit pertama dan kedua baru petani itu setuju dengan FDP-nya. Apakah hanya menghitung dari jumlah petani apa dari jumlah SINK saja itu target itu? Maksudnya bagaimana?
Okay. Ramiro, question from Pak Kodir about the actual value. Is this actual value is every sync or every agreed FDP sync? Because when we do the FDP, we do like 2 visits for farmers. Halo, Ramiro.